The Bible, as already mentioned, is recognized in the Western wisdom teachings as a spiritual book, not just a religious book. The New Testament, on which Christianity is built, is not only a story of Jesus Christ, but contains the keys to be born again, to give birth to the soul body. The way of Jesus Christ is only an example that each true follower of him will eventually have to use in order to free the spirit consciously from this dense body. That process eventually leads to initiation. That process to eventually have the spirit come out consciously from the body, that particular process leads to initiation, whereby the individual who has built enough spiritual energy is taught two very important things. One, how to come out of this dense body consciously through the head. Two, how to use spiritual power in the service of humanity. Those are the two things that initiation, going by the Western wisdom teachings, will give you. How do we understand the Bible? Spiritual Christianity says ordinary word-to-word interpretation of the Bible is inadequate. It's not enough. That there is more to it than the word-to-word explanation. It says that you need to have deeper appreciation. And to have that deeper appreciation, one, you need spiritual philosophy. You should have an inquiry mind and logical reasoning to study spiritual things. So if you're not strong up here, it will be challenging to study spiritual things. The Holy Scriptures gives the light of spiritual understanding from Genesis to Revelation. It contains deep, hidden truths which form the basis for a rational explanation of the mystery of life and being. That is what the Scriptures do. But for you to understand this properly, you will need spiritual knowledge. And there are books that confirm the Holy Scriptures spiritually. And the Western wisdom teachings are about giving spiritual truths regarding Scriptures, not just word-to-word interpretation. The second thing that you will need to have a deeper understanding of the Bible is knowledge in numerology. A lot of things are hidden under numerology in the Bible. So if you don't have knowledge in numerology, it will be challenging to understand the Bible. You will read and have a surface understanding of it. For instance, go to Revelations chapter 13 verse 18, where we have the number of the beast, who is the man, as 666. In numerology, 666 sums up to 9. The same thing when you go to Revelation chapter 7 verse 1 to 8, you come across the number 144,000. In numerology, 144,000 sums up to 9. And then when you look at Adam, ADN, Adam represents not just a single individual, but humanity. That is the expression of humanity. And these letters, if you know numerology, you will know they sum up to 9. And the number 9 is the number for humanity in numerology. Of course, there are other meanings of 9 you may want to find out. You also need to have some knowledge in astrology and astronomy, because they are present in the Bible. Let's look at some of the examples. The 7 spirits before the throne is not just ordinary 7. The 7 days in a week is not just ordinary 7. The 12 drawings on the brazen altar, the 12 disciples of Jesus Christ, the 12 tribes of Israel, 12 hours a day, 12 hours a night, 12 months in the year. All these things have meanings in astrology. They were not just written. How we calculate Easter and Christmas, they all have astrology undertones. If you go to Job, chapter 38, verse 31 to 33, or Amos, chapter 5, verse 8, you come across the Pleiades and Orion. They are not just ordinary things written over there. They are all connected to astrology and astronomy. The fourth area that you need to have some knowledge to understand and appreciate the Bible spiritually is to know anatomy. You must know the biological makeup of man. You must know the organs. You must know the cells, the tissues. You must know how the body functions, like we do when you are studying physiology. You need to know some physiology to understand and appreciate the Bible. You also need to have some knowledge in symbols, because there are a lot of symbols in the Bible. So if you see a symbol and you take that symbol as the real thing, you might be mistaken. For instance, mountain, tree, snake. These are symbols. Jonah and the whale. If you take the story as it is narrowly, you may be missing the hidden nut behind it. The tabernacle in the wilderness. You need to have some knowledge in symbols to appreciate that. The same thing with allegory. You need to have some knowledge in allegory. If you don't have that knowledge, you will take things ordinarily in the Bible. For instance, when you talk about Galatians chapter 4, verse 21 to 31, basically, that chapter is talking about how we transmute this dense body into the soul body. That is what it talks about.